high note. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll take it. Alright, no problem. Cool, 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 cool. Y'all know the show, man. I gotta go. Cool, man. All good. All right, man. Enjoy it. Peace.
Underwater.
coming tonight. Lots of beautiful people in the audience. A couple enemies I see too. Got my eye on y'all. You know who you are. First off, I want to remind everyone that Artisphere will validate your parking. All right, don't send me a bill. Be like, "Someone pay for parking." I would love to thank the USO, and particularly Ashi at the USO. Without him, none of this would have been possible. The generosity, the willingness to do just about anything we needed. Like, you know, and we needed little things and big things and rooms and staples, and Ashi was always smiling and like hooked it up. So another round for Ashi, please. I'd also like to thank the arts program's outreach coordinator, Jessica Shipman, who worked tirelessly on all kinds of things that are very, very tedious and amazingly important. And then, of course, our wonderful artists in residence this week, Why Told Living. And Chris Styles Bacon, who were so generous with their talent. And we had another artist in residence who's behind the scenes, and that's Les McLean. He's over there, he's a photographer. Where is he? Oh, he's got the new pictures. Visiting from the UK. And he was also very generous with his extraordinary talent and expertise and experience, and that was wonderful. So our host this evening is the amazing Mahogany Browne. Let's do it. We don't need music. Mahogany is a writer, a true artist. She's the director of poetry programs at the New Yorker Poets Cafe in New York. You can do that. You can do that. She's an educator, and she's a Poets House Fellow. She's also someone I'm super proud to call one of my dearest people. So, Mahogany Browne.
Good evening. Make some noise for yourself for being here. 1, 2. Give it up for Seema Reza for putting this together. This is her brainchild, this music and poetry facilitation, featuring the artists behind me, in front of me. I was allowed to be there in Cox Havoc. I appreciate it. And tonight we're going to celebrate the words of John, Lindsay, David, Orisa, Duncan, and Tim. Give it up for them right now. Some of you may have seen a couple of these going around. This is the chapbook they created with the artwork and all things amazing. So I just want to make sure we're really ready for this evening to begin. People get confused. They think, oh, poetry and music, I have to be super silent and super attentive. You can be attentive, but we love when you make noise and give love to the artists on the stage. So if you hear anything you like tonight, you can say ooh,
Ooh.
ah,
Ah.
I, nice.
Nice.
What?
What?
Word?
Word.
And my favorite, wow.
Wow.
Do all that. They will feel very loved. Okay. First up, veteran of 33 years of military, still active duty, wife and 4 kids. Daughter Sarah and wife Dawn is with us tonight. And the third love of his life will appear on stage with him, his guitar, Hawaii. Please welcome to the stage, John.
Bring it back up.
Okay, I had some really nice comments written out that I left at home on the table, so I'm just going to weigh in real quick. And I want to thank everybody for this workshop this week. You know, Seema talks people into things all the time. She talked to a bunch of us into participating. And at the end of the week, it has been really rewarding. It was a little challenging. I know there's a lot of artists in here and poets and things like that. And to to go from coming up with ideas to trying to produce something and actually perform it 3 or 4 days later was a little bit of a challenge. I came to Seema and I said, well, I play guitar. I'd like to, rather than just coming up and doing a poem, I'd like to play a song. And so that kind of drove what I did. And I really thought, I didn't think how insane that was until about today, about 2 o'clock, and trying to finish this up. But I want to thank Seema, I want to thank Mahogany Brown. Chris and Whitehall have been just phenomenal to work with this week. And so it's been really rewarding for me, just as a home. I don't know, I'm not really a musician. I sit at home and play guitar all the time, and I've done it for years. It's been my stress relief. So, like I said, I want to try to put the song together for this performance tonight. The song I'm going to do is inspired by events that are very personal to me, the attacks on the United States on September 11th, 2001, because I was directly involved with the Pentagon. And I want to talk about the heroes that were there that day and the things they did. I talked to my daughter, Sarah, who's a really sharp and 6-year-old. I asked her, I said, what are heroes to you? And she said, well, they're not like Superlady or Supergirl. She said, heroes just do what's right. They do the right things. And so she's pretty smart. And so I tried to write a song about the 9/11. And again, 33 years of military service, I got to wear my glasses. So that's what I'm talking about. And I really want to pay tribute to the people that perished that day and to the people that stepped up and did what needed to be done and help out others. So hopefully it'll go all right. And again, I think Whitehall and Chris are going to follow along with me here, and I change the song every time I do it, so they're very talented. The name of the song is Heroes Among Us. Heroes all around. Everyday people just living their lives, willing to step up when the needs arise. Don't think that they are special, not looking for a fight, asking not for a thing, just doing what is right. Heroes, yeah, heroes all around. On a day not so long ago, a needed did arise. Planes attacking from nowhere, falling from the skies, hitting buildings all around. People jumping out like flies, feeling one last gasp of air before extinguishing lives. No call went out, no signal sent, no audible alarm, but heroes came out to do their best despite potential harm. Intense heat and melting flesh, smoke so thick that daylight left, screams of horror and terror too. Heroes knew just what to do. Despite the heat, despite the screams, the heroes came, doing what they felt was right, doing what they could, saving lives and helping out as they felt they should. After all was settled, after all was calm, all the heroes wanted was for their lives to just go on. No need for thanks, no need for praise. Don't call me hero, it denigrates the heroes that have made our nation strong. Our heroes want for nothing, just letting life go on. Heroes are among us, heroes all around. Everyday people just living their lives, stepping up when the need arise. Don't think that they are special, not looking for a fight, not asking for a thing, just focused on what is right. Heroes all around us, heroes all around.
Give it up for Chad. What? So it was amazing to work with these people. I'm going to give you my little anecdote after each one. He worked on so many poems that he would email them after he left, right? And so what was that one poem he wrote about White Toad eating? The name of the poem is Why Does White Toad Eat So Much? Maybe we can bring him back for an encore performance. You never know. Also, you've been looking at some amazing photography. That is because the man in charge up there, Tim, give it up for Tim. He's a raise of 9.5 years, EOD Tech. His job, okay, so we argued about this, but I'm gonna respect what he had me write. His job includes blowing up to and including myself. Please give it up for Tim and his amazing photography. He's like, do it. Okay, I listen. All right, next up, Lindsay Sue, combat medic, served 2 deployments in Iraq, mother of 3, and what does this say? Oh yes, she has an artist workspace that her husband protects fiercely. She's an aspiring starving artist. Please welcome to the stage, Lindsay Sue.
She turned it off.
Hey.
There we go.
You get it? Oh, I see. Technical difficulties.
It only responds to beatboxing.
Can y'all hear me now? You got a beatbox? No? All right. I'm just gonna talk loud.
We knew you were doing it.
So, throughout this process, Mahogany and the others taught us a lot. She's tricky though, because she'll give you a prompt, like pick a picture, and you think, oh, I could do that. So you pick the picture, and then she's like, oh yeah, by the way, you have to do this too. So she's real good at breaking it down Barney style, I guess. But so she taught us in one of her prompts how to do odes. And I like an ode because you get to talk about how much you love or care about someone or something. So I am going to read 2 odes today. The first one is from the picture that we chose. I chose one with somebody playing a guitar. Oh, it's behind me. Okay, so here we go. And yell if you can't hear me. Ode to a starving artist. My friend, I hardly know where to begin. I guess I'll start with the part I know is close to your heart. Your insurance policy is none, but I would gladly give you one. Your dental work would be my treat. If only I could have just one more piece. Poetry, song, a painting or 2. It does not matter the medium used. all great art because it's made by you. So when you're ill or have the flu, keep in mind Vincent and Mozart were once starving artists too. Anyway, statistics show your work is best when you're 6 feet below. And on your epitaph it will read, an artist to the end with great teeth indeed. Let it be known, I say it is true. Since we put you on ice, your work has doubled in price. No, seriously, we just sold a piece for $1 million or $2 million. Life is too short unless you're destined to be a starving artist with great teeth indeed. Because this, my friend, is the path to immortality. Can you hear me now? So that was, no, not doing it. That was for all of my wonderful artist friends and their teeth. The next one I get to play the music, which I'm very lucky because they played beautifully. Ode to my weapon. Your sweet smell greets me, a blend of carbon and CLP. We have spent our nights out on the town, dancing together, round after round. Your glowing tracers take the lead. Each trigger squeeze, you sing to me the sweet melody of your beautiful song, my one true love, all along. By my side, through thick and thin, you have protected me to the end. But now our time has come to be a bittersweet ending for you and me. We both move on to another. In our memories, we have each other.
Word. We need insurance. Okay. Real talk. And Lindsay always came bubbly and frantic and with 12 pots of coffee in tow. I respect her so much. How big was that coffee? Like it held really like how many pots?
It holds a whole pot and it's in almost every picture.
All right, so be clear. That's not what it is. That's just her personal drinking mug. There was one that was like the size of a toddler, and she carried it, and I'm jealous. I want to talk about bringing that back to Brooklyn. Okay. Up next, David. Active duty, 19 plus years, with over 35 months of deployment time as a U.S. Army soldier. Father of 4 kids. His wife is an amazing cook, so amazing that she sent pastelillos, which is like a fried empanada. It's like heaven goodness in oil and fried, and then you eat it, and then you see angels. She is in the audience. She's an amazing cook, and she keeps him in line. She also picked out his shirt for tonight. Please, welcome to the stage, David.
She did pick out my shirt, by the way.
Okay. Nice shirt.
Just a quick spiel. I was recently involved with a combat paper workshop, hence why I'm wearing my ACU top. For all the military people here, please do not smoke me, because I have on my uniform incorrectly. Just work with me. What I did was, I wanted to show my wife simply that I actually listened to her. because as a soldier we act like machines, and so when she talks, yes, I nod. I'm there, and physically, but mentally, I'm somewhere else. So I wanted to just touch a few things just to let her know that I'm actually listening to her and just not responding when she's talking. Here we go. Dear David, you lived your life for Uncle Sam long enough. It's time for you to focus on the things that went on without you over the past 20 years. Like childbirths, like first days of school, like date night with my wife. Your children need you. Your wife needs you. Your parents need you. And most importantly, you need you. It's time to show those you love just how much you love them. Like light to sight. Like air to the lungs. Nothing can compare. They've all waited patiently as you carried your rucksack faithfully. David, from me to you, it's now time to live. By building stronger family bonds. Tight like a balled fist. Enjoying that sweet, sweet, precious family time. Being the example for your children that you've been for your soldiers. Sergeant First Class Hall, signing out one last time. One team, one fight. Hello, I'm David. Thank you.
How do we feel? Are we good? Okay. I almost start crying a little bit. You already, okay. We're going to hug it out. We're going to have a support group. All the poems that make us feel things. We're going to hug it out afterwards. It's going to be amazing. And as far as David, he came every day. He was actually more on time than us. Every day, right? And he gave himself to the process. And he was honest. He's like, I'm really anxious about this. I don't really want to do this. But he tried everything. And lo and behold, an amazing artist arises. So, good to see you. Next up, Arissa, U.S. Marine, 7 Armor. Her favorite food is cheese pizza from New York City, Brooklyn to be specific. She is the second of 2 children and was born at only a pound. Please, welcome to the stage, Arissa.
Light it on fire, you gotta get the firework going. I'm like, what? Why? So, did you know that there are 7.13 billion people in the world? And then I ended up with you. 6'1", tall, dark and handsome American. The sweetest thing I couldn't understand. But would later learn of your heavy hands. Only through lies, fake friends, and my pocket knife in your hands. He had me head over heels washing pots and pans after cooking up a meal for my Superman. Because my heart was kryptonite, and you, kryptonite that weakened you, and you still stand. Nobody could tell me wrong about you. You could have sworn my name was Alice the way I was in Wonderland. I had so much to carry from my flight to you, and you picked it all up like baggage claim, like it was your job, man. I was a damsel in distress, and you were my Jean-Claude Van. Damn, I hate you. and I love the stability of having a man in my life. The blind leading the blind.
Give it up for Arissa. Miss Foster, give it up for Arissa. More importantly, she came to us yesterday in the middle of the process and wrote her poem waiting for us and then shared her poem, what, today? So, yeah, right. It's good. And she did that. She was like, all right, I'm not going to perform the poem. I'm just going to record it, and then I'm going to be like Beyonce. Right? And I told her, like, Beyonce really sang while it was playing, so you're going to have to do that. She's like, what? Oh, that's messing it up. I'm trying not to get on the stage, so we're very, very proud of her. Up next, he comes from infantry. Sniper with 3 deployments to Iraq over 36 months in contract. Drinks 3 or 4 pots of coffee a day. My hero. 6-inch suspension, F-250 Super Duty. It's a truck. Also known as a BAT. John told me that meant badass truck. Flair with the English language, courtesy of his English professor, who was also his grandmother. Please welcome to the stage, y'all. Give it up for Duncan.
Mess it up, it's their fault. Forget off Where have you gone? Have I been away that long? You're not the same at all. There's nothing I can recall. Dreams of another time, crashing storm waves in my mind. Where do I make my stand? Coming home to a foreign land. Walk away from all I knew. Did all you asked me to. I feel you abandoned me. Or is this all just a dream? Demons scratching at the door. Where's the freedom I was fighting for? Where do I make my stand? Coming home to a foreign land. This is where I make my stand. Came home to a foreign land. Stairs burn from all around. Your whispers are a deafening sound. These dreams of another time, crashing storm waves in my mind. Here's my line in the sand. So tell me, where do you stand? This is my line in the sand. So tell me, where do you stand?
You have to understand this. I'm gonna do the Duncan right now. Say good morning. Good morning. Every day. And then he gets up here with that angelic voice and okay. Give it up for him. I You only talk when you need to, because you're like a ninja. You're a force. I see that now. Word. Last but not least, we've come to the end. Almost. No, that was the end. I was about to talk about Tim again. Sorry. So now we're at the end of the evening. Give it up for Duncan, Marissa, David, Lindsay, and John. Okay, I'm gonna do a poem. I want to know if we can we rock? You guys feel like rocking? Maybe? Chris Styles with the beatboxing and the fly socks. Wide toed with the braids. Invisible braids. I know, he said he was going to go get his hair done in braids. Cornrows. All right. This stone toss family, this death of choice, this choice of addiction, this kin addicted to dying, this black death that smells like home, this heart has no home, this heart left a home in California. This heart found a home in Brooklyn, in airports, in a little girl's eyes, in the halo of gentrification. And a little bit better, it will all be better if I could just have this home, this house, this man that I love, this love I can't hold, this man that I need, this life I can't hold, this want, this now, this here, sprawled inside my chest, this black that I can't separate from the breaking sunrise of this smile, this root of all evil. This woman, this evil. This woman, this God, this evil to think myself evil. This God, this evil to think myself anything less than woman, this Bermuda. This Stonehenge. This temple, this flesh and this fact, this sister, this lover, this wife. Yes, this wife is here. Be more than your jump off this be. More than your free milk, this be your mother's lonely, this black girl, this bricklayer, this woman that can't forget how to kiss like shadows, how to smile like crypt keepers, how to pray like a whisper, how to forget where she came from a gutter of a woman and a jawbreaker of a man. This hammerhead love sits on my chest, this crunch, this crush, this sound of breakable things, this worthless thing, this worthwhile thing, this breath is worthwhile. This hurt is worth now. This now is worth tomorrow. This tomorrow ain't even here yet, but it sound good. Sound like spilled 40 ounces and flips this concrete crack tomorrow. This glass chip tomorrow. This morning song of good. This Billie Holiday heartbreak good. This Nina Simone feel good. Tomorrow's full of good and heart clatter, and it sound like love. This harbor, this boat, this water, this love, this faith, this cliff, this dive, this miss, and dive again still, this love that loves so much more than love, this girl that loves a love like this in a smile, this blade rebirth, this jackknife heart, this pulse with a face like our own, this bloody poem, this. Thank you. Please welcome to the stage, Seema. Seema, resident to the stage, please. See, what you don't know is, Seema is a writer, an amazing writer. And she did us the great honor of writing a beautiful poem as her artist statement.
Yeah, I'm taller than she thought. The shoes, I know. But seriously, thank you. I hadn't heard these songs before, I just want to say. I had this idea and I met all these amazing people, and I met all these amazing people. And I never heard it all come together until right now, and my heart is so full. I don't know that it's going to fit. I just want to sit with my mouth open to make sure that there's space. Dude, this is amazing. So thank you. A round of applause for our artists. So this is a piece I wrote for them. Pebbles. For 3 years, I have been sitting on the sidelines in the brightly lit home stadium, receiving those who return from an away game played in the dark. At first, we do not acknowledge the boulders of truth they lug behind them, made of dog tags used as intended, missed shots, accurate shots, guilt and shame. Yearnings for a time when the extremes of humanity, of good guys and bad guys, made life more simple and right than it will ever be again. And when finally they trust me, in spite of my brown skin, civilian status, artist title, Arabic name, they give me little bits. I accept the pebbles, drop them into my boot, take them with me everywhere, until my feet are sore and I feel so heavy, the earth threatens to crumble beneath me. I pour the pebbles into my poems, dream things I've never had to see. And sometimes they tell me, you don't understand. You'll never understand. You're changed. We're no longer who we were. And I can't understand. But I believe them. Because I'm not who I was 3 years ago. Thank you.
Give it up for this woman one more time. She brought us all together. She worked endless hours. I tried to get her a glass of wine. She was working. We tried to go to sleep. She's working. This really was an amazing project. We're very honored. I speak for all of us, I know. But we're honored to be a part of this process and a part of your lives now, and you are a part of ours forever. Talk to the poets. Talk to the artists, talk to the soldiers, talk to each other, hug each other, be good, be kind, and we will see you again soon. USO, thank you for the home. I might be there tonight. All right, we'll see you soon. And Chris Styles, Y Toad, Tim, Les, everyone, you've been amazing. See you soon.
On August, if you liked what you saw and heard here, August 16th, we have the closing of our next combat paper at the USO Center. The exhibit and closing is at the Workhouse Arts Center in Lorton. Woo! We have an exhibit running there by service members, which you can check out all summer, but August 16th is going to be a big deal for us.